building all the way from Japan. We got Deadpan Lizzie, Professor Tesosomok. Let's see who else we've got. Hario. Hi. I see you're on the list tonight, right? Let's put that list. Nico Diaz is in. Let's put this, let's get this list in there. Yes, Poeta Ku. You are on the good luck round. Anybody that's in the room that is not on the list and want to get into the good luck round, now's the time to hit me up. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the New Yorican Poets Cafe. The list is in the chat. We got 20 people signed up on the list. And of course, the good luck round is for those people that didn't make it to sign up on the list and want to get in on the show tonight. Hit me up in the chat and I will put you on the list. Everybody has 3 minutes to do their thing. And, 3 minutes is good. I'm actually at the cafe. I've been cleaning. It's some real spring cleaning in the middle of winter happening up in here. I have to make sure to, to beautify this space because tomorrow we have the ASL Slam. Yes, in person. And on Saturday we have hybrid night where it's online and on stage. I will be here with all of you, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, you're going to see some minor changes. Let me know if you notice anything. Because I definitely want to elevate the experience. Thursday night. It's my favorite night of the week. Anything goes on our Thursdays. Well, just about anything. No nudity. Even though we've had some nudity live right here on the stage. I don't know if you could see downstairs, but we're cleaning up downstairs, cleaning up the bar, the bathrooms, But, yep. I used to say no fire, no pyrotechnics live, but if you want to do fire stuff in your house, you can do that. And if you want to be naked from the waist down, that's none of my business. It's all about what's in the screen. So, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time, but poetry, comedy, monologues, music, all of that is welcome in here. You already know, maybe you don't already know, it's going to be officially announced next week, but I have been appointed the interim executive director. That's why I'm here. I've actually slept here overnight because I was cleaning so late. I was just like, let me just crash. I had to get up early in the morning. I'm putting that work in, and I'm so proud because I love this place and I love what it is that we have created. So, as you can see, first on the list, we have Tabitha. Let's see if Tabitha's in the room. My girl Tabitha from the BX. Can it be? Is Tabitha here yet? No, I don't see Tabitha. Let me see who else. Is Sylvie here? In the meantime, I guess let me thank our sponsors because without them, this could not be possible. National Endowment for the Arts, Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York Community Trust, and thank you to all of you that have made donations. I have seen the list. A lot of you are in this room. Thank you so much. If you haven't made a donation, you can visit newyorican.org/contribute, and it's tax deductible if you do that. And it's just good for the heart. It's good for all of us. What can I say? We had HBO in the house this week. They were looking to shoot a comedy special. But because we have a certain cap, they had to pass on the venue. But they were in love with it. We were this close. But we're working on it. We're working on opening the doors, working on expanding, being able to hold more people. At the moment, we only can have 70 people. Everybody got to be masked. You already know. So let's see. Did Tabitha join yet? If not, Sylvie is going to be up first. Sylvie Slotkin. You already know. She became a poet right here on this platform. Officially.
I
Hi.
finally figured out how to like sign up so I don't have to do the good luck round. It took me a minute, but I'm here.
You figured it out.
Yeah,
Was it crazy or was it okay?
it was very easy. I probably could have figured it out sooner.
Let people know how you did it, because a lot of people ask me, and I tell them, but they don't get it.
Just literally at 9 p.m. last night, I just clicked the link and that was it.
That was it. NewYorican.org, and boom, you go to the calendar, click the event, get your free ticket, and here you are. So how you feeling, Sylvie? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. It's my favorite night of the week. Thursday night.
I love it. Oh, that's so great. Well, I'm great to see you. You're topping it off, so take it away.
Awesome. This poem is called You Asked Me to Create Something, So I Drew Blood. The full moon beckons, her head lifts like a hand cups her chin. She stares at the ceiling, and a cloud lies over the moon, so she stands, her calves tight from holding her immense weight. She thinks before popping in her headphones, drown out the world, drown out her pink blanket, the one her grandmother knit, just like the purple dress she used to wear when her hair was wet and slick. Melancholy wails like a siren. The handle is smooth in her hand. The music is smooth in her ears. The needle presses through her finger and she cries, not out of pain, but out of embarrassment. She watches videos while her mom is called. She watches cars move as she sits stagnant on the bus. She watches the doctor's face, more pained than hers. She used to ice skate. She remembers the first time she really skated. She remembers the blade, sharp, but she was in velvet, the velvet dress she used to wear ice skating. Her doll had a matching one. She'd wear it and feel like her clothes somehow made her able to fly, able to soar on the ice machine clattered, and it startled her. She was sitting right next to it. Two red lines sat on her arm. She knew they would bubble but never bleed. She didn't bleed when the needle dug into her finger. She just cried. She used to sew like the line of women before her, enthralled by textile arts. Her purple dress with green stripes was beautiful, just like her grandmother. She's older now. She pressed the knife deeper into her arm. She saw the blood pool, so she pulled it, and she did it again. She learned to ice skate forward, then learned how to do it sideways. Forward was easier than sideways. Sideways was way more impressive. Nobody saw her forward tracks so much they could skate forward too. Knitting needles are blunt, unlike sewing needles, which are sharp. She'd like to learn to knit like her grandmother, who is older now. Her hair is finally gray. She used to knit, sew, ice skate. She'd ice skate forwards and sideways. One day she'll learn how to commit to a task, how to stick to something. She soars in her purple dress. It's velvet and warm against her cool skin on the cool ice. The blade slices the ice as she's dancing. She begins to float. The ceiling dissolves. She's flying under the moonlight.
Sylvie! Poetic prose. Such a lovely, calming, soothing delivery. Thank you so much for being with us tonight yet again. Woo! Beautifully done. So Tabitha wasn't here to start off, so Sylvie started it off. Our newbie on the block, killing it. And I see Aldaneri is not here, so we're gonna go with Hario. I wanna tell me how to say your last name as well, please.
Hey everybody. So my full name is Hario, like Mario with an H, or Hario or Harry or whatever you want to call me. I answer when I'm called. And my last name is Tazawa or Tezawa or Tezawa. It doesn't really bother me, however you say it, but the correct pronunciation is Hario Tazawa. I want to thank y'all for having me. I didn't think I'd make it on the list because I think I joined like now, but I'm glad I did.
What part of the world are you in?
So, you have to promise not to judge me. I'm from the barren wasteland known as New Jersey, and I live under a dilapidated diner where I make passing people from like Virginia, Massachusetts pay a toll to get to, New York where they actually want to go. So
Hey
that's
man, that's all good to me. And you're doing, and what, you got poetry to do?
yeah. So I usually I write those pesky novels because I have a lot to say. But I've always wanted to try my hand at poetry, and slam poetry is like the sexiest form of poetry. So I've always wanted to do that, and then I found you guys, and I knew I had to say hello.
Sweet. Take it away.
All right. So I believe it is customary in the month of February to do something about love. So this is an ode to all those nights where you got absolutely obliterated and woke up with a hangover. And this piece is called How to Cure a Hangover. Firstly, find an egg. And once you're done lingering in your fridge, letting that frigid cold soothe your skin and dull the ache in your temples enough to help let you pretend that everything just might be okay, find a glass, preferably one with a heavy base, one that holds firm in your grip, one that doesn't crack easily when it inevitably slips from being handled poorly, because you're only human. So definitely not that ornate shot glass you nicked from that speakeasy on your second date, not that glass from that late night where an epiphany struck the word soulmate from your bucket lists. And when you're ready, grab the Tabasco and don't forget the Worcestershire. Then once you realize you don't have none of that because you never go out for groceries because you're irresponsible, just like she said before she said goodbye for the last time, settle for those Chinese takeout hot sauces and Taco Bell mild packets because they're there and someone has to. Try your best to follow the YouTube video on how to remove the yolk from the egg whites. And once you don't, spill the broken egg mixed with the bits of shell that just don't know how to let go into the glass with the rest of the ingredients while you resist the urge to vomit. Now, just add a pinch of salt and pepper for flavor, you disgusting piece of shit. Voila, you have a prairie oyster. Poseidon's remedy for the morning after. Bottoms up. Let that viscous poultice slip past your lips and ooze down your esophagus so that it may unsettle itself within your stomach acids and work its magic like a tapeworm. And after 5 minutes, understand that you are still in immense pain, that your bones have hollowed, that your skin's gone sallow, that your lips are chapped, that you spent way too much money and you can't find your credit card or your keys, that you poisoned your pulse, so now it's thrashing against the inside of your head like a network of raging red rapids, that the last bit of last night is a blur of brash decisions and barbed words spat through the gaps of your teeth, fail to comprehend why you've done this to yourself, why anyone does this at all when it always happens right before a Monday morning, just after church. You will then at that moment swear to abstinence, forbid even cooking wine from touching the bolognese, and soon, finally, you will accept that today you will be miserable and maybe even still tomorrow. And then the next day will come and you will wake up wishing you didn't. And then the next day will come and you'll be able to eat just a little bit of that breakfast. And then the next day will come and the clacking of the keyboards will miraculously have quieted. And then the next day will come and the sun will no longer be too bright. And then Friday will arrive. And after work, on your way to the bar, perhaps you will remember that there is no cure for hangovers, save for time. Thank you.
All right, Hario Tezawa. I think I do have a cure for hangover. But wow, That sounded not tasty. Thank you so much, Hario in Jersey. So, Aldaneri Torres was in the room just under an alias, La Afro Latina Poet. Let's go with Aldaneri, La Afro Latina.
Hey everyone. So I've shared this piece before on Monday open mic, but it's been a while, and a lot of sexual harassment has been going on. So I want to share it again. So trigger warning, it hasn't thankfully ever happened to me, but it's just a piece that I came up with. So I hope everyone likes it. Okay. It's titled The Place I Am From. I am from this terrific place called El Bronx. While growing up among Latinos, I was always told, una niña bonita como yo has to be taught how to survive her way through El Bronx. I was constantly told how to walk and talk accordingly to certainly not draw men's attention to me. Those men who saw me grow from diapers to panties at the age of 15, they already saw me. Yo le doy las gracias a Dios que hasta hoy nada malo me pasó. I now understand por qué mamá y abuelita me lo decían. Decían, una niña bonita como yo has to survive her way through El Bronx. I now know how to survive my way through El Bronx. It's unfortunate to say that I feel prepared, but yet so damn afraid for the day to be pinned down to the ground by a man that I may know. I may not survive it, but I am strong, so I will fucking fight him. I now know not to scream for help, but to shout from the top of my lungs, fire, fuego, fire, because in this terrific place, that is the only way to be heard. So I will and I shall fight my way out through El Bronx. I was always told that men don't like nenas sucia. I then shall show him how dirty esta niña can be. So I will fight my way out El Bronx by spitting, kicking, shouting on this rapist violador's face, biting, shouting fuego, fire, fucking fire, fuego, el norte del Bronx. Thank you.
Wow, Aldaneri Torres. Wow, that was so dope. And I'm born and raised in El Bronx, and I felt that shit. You know what I mean? And, then I wonder, it's been called L, and then, there was like this whole movement. I think Majora Carter had La Bronx. So, we're figuring out the neo-pronouns of the Bronx. Ron Trinkler Thompson, let's unmute.
Hello, La Bruja.
Hola.
Hello. I'm also from the El Bronx. I wasn't born here, but it's still my home for the last 27 years. I'm old, sorry. Okay. On that note, I usually don't like to rant about my life. And yes, my life was difficult, and I always like to bring you cheerful poetry. But I've been encouraged by you and others to write a little bit more about my immigrant experience. So I took a poem that I wrote last week, made a few changes. It's still a work in progress, just like your one woman show is next week. So it's not a finished version yet, but I'm going to try my best here, and I'm going to make sure it's under 4 minutes. So here we go. I call it My Piece of the Pie. I crossed the Atlantic to look for the American dream. I wanted to leave communism behind to join a new team. I could have stayed in my reunited home country. The bad government was defeated. We were free. I wanted to work hard, make money, survive. I could have done this on either side of the sea. Yet there was something about a dream here I was willing to chase. The vast land, the beauty, the freedom. Never mind joining the rat race. I saw how America was portrayed on the small and big screen. The pies to me looked delicious, and the lawns were alluringly green. My dream wasn't really to own a big house, have 2.5 children, and own 2 cars. Maybe I wanted to reach the sky, yet I knew it is nearly impossible to get to the stars. I simply wanted to live free, produce in a field that makes me happy, work toward my goals, climb on top of the tree, be in charge of my life, have my hands on my steering controls. I wanted to be part of the success, to be in the mainstream. Was it wrong to reach out for the American dream? I worked hard, paid my taxes, paid my dues, and once in a while bought clothes and new shoes. Taking advantage of the good life without worries, go on vacation, relax, allow me a few days off, please. I wanted to take a piece of the pie to consume for me, and of course, share half of it with my treasured community. But no one warned me how much I would have to loan to pay for education. I was not aware. No one told me that if you don't have a certain level of income, forget about good healthcare. I also was not advised that in America you have to fear for your life. On the street, the Second Amendment makes it hard to survive. No one mentioned I now also have to be afraid I may catch a virus from unvaccinated. I feel betrayed. Inflation goes up, groceries keep getting more expensive, my rent impossible to pay, where to sleep very offensive. Was that the delicious pie I was supposed to yearn, without me feeling the fire, without taking the burn? And who decided that apple pie is the symbol of this country anyway? That seems shrewd. Come on, we know in America, instead of apples and fruits, it's all about big bellies from steak and fried fruit. Yet I remain hopeful. I know the dream is still alive. I will continue to contribute and to strive. I am still going after the American pie. It is still very desirable for me. I will continue to chase it until the day I feel truly free. The end.
All right. Thank you, Ron, for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Awesome. In development.
Yeah, we'll see you Saturday. And you took over the balcony at the cafe. Is that your office now officially? Or?
Actually, yes, it is. I did take this little space right here with a balcony. It's kind of dark, but right here is where I've put my desk, and it's dark right now, but yes, this is my office, so that I'm always connected, and you guys could come up and sit and talk to me, and I could see everything that's going on the stage. I really want to make sure that we're conscious about what we're putting onto our stage. So
I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. You know I'm going to be working on the controls with Advocate, so thank you for encouraging me to try a little bit different poetry once in a while. I appreciate it. I
appreciate you. And in development it's so important. This is what we do. We work it out, it's important to get it out and feel it on our tongues and develop it and polish it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful process. I can throw tomatoes from the stage. Michael Sindler, that's hilarious. Okay, Norm is under Maestro Mathematics. Let's unmute.
Hey, good evening. I have two poems that are in the theme of love, and definitely in the process of love. First piece is called My Mind is a Heartless Voyeur. Epigraph: keeps love in the basement in a transparent freezer. My mind doesn't love me like you do. My mind makes me the lover in the closet. My mind makes me the scurrying shadow, footsteps under the door. My mind makes me the intruder on a good thing. My mind reminds me, you are the other guy. My mind makes me the he that has to go. My mind is indifferent to feelings, makes me question the conditions I put on unconditional love. My love laughs at me behind my back, scoffing at me with I told you so refrains. My mind sounds like a parent full of woulda, shoulda, coulda advice. My mind does not love me like my heart does. My mind is outside myself, full of logic and other objective perspectives. A crisis anticipated when feelings are considered facts and thinking is done with a conscience of heart. Conscious feelings wrestling with unconscious thoughts, threaded through double-eyed needles by drunken monkeys. Who loves me reminds me I am more than what my mind thinks. I am the revolution in my evolution. I am more than consequences and outcomes. I am the sequence of nows that makes me present and future. I risk not knowing where storms blow. I bring my own ground. Next piece, the pursuit of love. This is a different place in the process. The pursuit of love. Original love, first love, unconditional love. Thinking love needs no adjective less than magnificent. Looking for the unconditional is the contradiction. Love does not have any conditions. It is not in pursuit of anything outside itself. Trying to mold love to pursue you and land where you want it to just right. The category is boxed full of ribbons and bows, scented spaces wafting memories that don't fit your heart these days. Conditions have changed. Love stays itself, like life. It is we that shrink wrap, return to sender because the love didn't fit. Peace.
All right, Maestro Mathematics, thank you so much for joining us with those two pieces. Thank you. Super cool. So great to see you again. And now let's keep it going, keep it flowing. We're gonna go back to the Boogie Down Bronx and talk to my poetic home slice, Rosalind Diaz, through her big brown eyes.
Hey, Bruja. Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's okay today. I'm gonna share a piece called Cosmic Dreams. Some of you have heard it before, but here it goes again. The universe is in our bones, mix of similes and metaphors that feed the soul. You are the universe in human form, on borrowed time, this time, in this shell, for now. Universe, one verse at a time, each one of us part of the most wholesome poem. Galaxies in our eyes, passion in kisses planted on collarbones, fun in tongues tracing Adam's apples, craving adventure and mystery, longing to be stardust in your lungs, waiting to be eased out of you by the symphony of your exhale, addicted to our high, holy grail, embedded in your skin infinitely, part of your cosmic dreams in this life and the ones to follow. Akashic records for countless tomorrows. We are one. End poem.
Akashic, you're hitting that level, Lady Lotus. Ah,
Thank
raising
you.
that Kundalini up. Yes, not too many people know about the Akashic realm that holds all the past, future, right now. You know,
Look
when I
into it, guys.
say again.
We should all look into it because
Yeah.
it is so interesting.
Yes. You know, well, when I do my meditations and I do my Kundalini meditations and raise my Kundalini up, when I shoot my Kundalini out the top of my head, it's to like connect like this, like a to the Akashic. And I really sit there and I receive messages and it's helped me. It's helped me so far. So tap in, baby. The answers are within. Now, I don't see Naima and Julian Matthews is not with us. I don't know why, but Nico Diaz is. If you are in the room and you're under another alias, let me know. But right now, let's hear what's good with Nico.
What's goody? I was just like grabbing a quick snack. So like,
You're like, oh, whoop. It's okay. Swallow, tranquilo.
let me not say anything.
What a setup, right? What a setup.
Like, listen, if we were at New York, I would say something else. But we are virtual. Hi everybody, how y'all doing? Really excited to be with all of you tonight. Thursday is also my favorite day of the week, and people always ask me, and they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because tomorrow's Friday." It doesn't make sense, but it does to me. And like, I don't know. I'm like,
right, it's like early Friday.
Exactly, it's Friday Junior, you know.
It is.
And when I was a teacher, so years ago, I taught for in Miami through Teach for America, and I was like, look, as long as I make it to Friday, I know I could get to the day. But so Thursday was always like, all right, tomorrow's Friday. Anyway, I have a few short pieces that I'm going to be performing today. Two pieces that are new shit. One is that I wrote a few months ago, and I wanted to try it out. So it's a little bit different. So the first one is also love inspired, and it's called the Haiku for Valentine's 2022. Rain, clouds, overcast, the skies of my heart and soul, drowning sun and stars. And this next piece is a Tonka poem, which I just learned about today. I was at a workshop put on by Fimbel and learned about the Tonka poem. So this one is inspired. I don't know if you guys can see this image, but I was out last night in Uptown and I saw this mural and I took this photo of my friend, and the mural is "World Got Me Fucked Up." So that's how I started the poem. World got me fucked up. The mural screams angrily. Agitated angst, brushstrokes speaking for the brick and mortar pain of the hood, gentrification. And this last piece is called Silence. Silence, a command, a demand, a concept, a death sentence, a treasure, a triumph, a travesty, a tragedy, a paradox, a platitude, a privilege, a power, a peace, a Thank you. Those are my pieces. You can follow me on Instagram. I got a couple things coming up. Next week is my kickoff for our book club at Barrio BX. We'll be spotlighting Bonafide Rojas's notes on the return to the island. And then on February 24th, I'm doing a writer's workshop with Oye. And it's called their Poetry Corner. So pull up. I'd love to see y'all and support. And thank you for your time today. I'll put my link tree in the chat in a second.
Nico with the Tonka poems. I be doing Tatanka poems. If you know about the dances, we learned Tatanka was like buffalo.
Yes, I get it.
But I got to get up on my Tonkas. And I look forward to seeing you. I see Julian Matthews did enter the room. So you know what? I don't know if you're ready, Julian, but because I called your name, let's just go with Julian Matthews.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome back to the Thursday nights. How you doing?
I'm good.
What's your vibe today? What you bringing?
So this is called Other. So in Malaysia, when you fill up a government form under race, they usually put 4 boxes to tick. So the first 3 would be the main races in Malaysia, which is Malay, the majority, Chinese, Indian, and then the last box says other. So we have about 60 other ethnic minorities here, many of them indigenous, native, but we're all batched under the word other. So the Malay word for other is lain, 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 Lain. So I wrote a poem on it. So here goes. Other. As a schoolboy, I was always asked what mix I was, as if I were ingredients to make a cake by, as if I were eggs that needed to be separated into yellows and whites. For better or worse then, I would say I'm half-baked or setengah masak, like the 2 half-boiled eggs my Anglophile holy Ceylonese father ate ritually every morning, made faithfully by his Chinese-born Indian-adopted wife and served with white salt, black pepper, and brown toast. White, yellow, brown, or black. Color, mix, race, boxes to tick. Why didn't they have more choices like the Luna 12-color pencil boxes we had, or the 64-color boxes that my rich friends had that I so envied? Because I was told I was not Malay, Chinese, nor Indian. And even though the teacher insisted Ceyloni should be classified under Indian, I refused to play the game. And why was my mother's composition not in the equation? When it comes to race, Cikgu, jangan main-main. Teacher, don't play. I would rather be tagged lain. Not as a badge of shame, but to show that under this prick skin, we are same. After all, isn't lain just an anagram for kneel, like the 2 in the cross? I'd rather be a martyr than for those who are lost. And if they crucified me for it, maybe you would start a religion that 1 billion others profess to. And the line gospels wouldn't be written only by 4 men. It would be 1 billion godless spells written by every man, woman, and every gender in between. And every page, verse, and chapter would not be just black ink on white paper, but a psychedelic rainbow reflecting nothing anyone has ever heard or seen before. We are all from the same DNA. So why do you label me as another? Do our mothers and fathers deserve to be called others? I could call you sister or brother or any pronoun you wish to be. You see, it really doesn't matter to me. I only see what I see. Do you see me too? So tell me again, What color are your fears? What race are your tears? What religion is your blood? What language are your hopes? What ancestry, breathing, caste, descent, extraction, pedigree, parentage, background, status do I have to be to call you my friend? And what will it take for you to identify me as human? Because when they said lion, lion, they didn't just break the mold, they broke the yolk and mixed in white salt and black pepper and dipped brown toast in it, and it was whole meal, fully organic, naturally delicious. Take it or leaven it. We may decline to be defined by tiny boxes you tick on, and we may pay the price because we don't conform, but at least we know we are our own. Yes, I am the other. We are all others. Instead of other, can you just reach out, shake my hand, and call me brother? Thank you.
Wow, Julian Matthews, what a powerful message. Woo! I'm so glad you made it in so that we could receive that from you. I've wondered so many times, filling out census in all these boxes. What race are your tears? Yes, Julian, thank you so much. Awesome. Catman Bill is up next. Let's see what's good with the Catman.
Meow.
Meow.
Well, I know that you forgot my discombobulation last week, but the reason I couldn't, I wasn't together was that one of my cats had just grabbed my turkey roll sandwich and went running through the house with it in his mouth. And right as you were calling for me, and I was too frazzled. So anyways, so I want to do something different tonight and recite from my memoirs, in particular subject matter, the use of the N-word. I wanted to do something tonight and to tell a few stories. So Joe Reagan was found out using the N-word repeatedly on his blog. I reflected if I have ever used the word. Well, no and yes, but never in anger. Once in a writing seminar, not so long ago, I wanted to write about my encounter with a childhood buddy who once described the new neighbors using the word. My mother had always schooled me to never use the word in any context. And when I heard Marshall use it, I kindly asked him to stop. This only agitated Marty to repeat it until I lunged at him and commenced a brutal fight over the word. Back in class, I asked the only Black person if she minded me using the word in my story, and she gave me permission. At home, my mother taught me as a child to never use that word. She told me they were colored people. Then I watched her wash the family clothes by separating white clothes from the colored clothes, and I was perplexed why they were separated. Later, during the 1960s, my father had his one Black friend who he invited over for lunch on a number of occasions. Art was a bus driver. Much later in life, I wondered why Art's family was never invited over for dinner so I could play with his kids, but I'll never know. Somewhere in 1967 or 1968, during the street troubles, I overheard my father say to someone that it's not the ones from Hartford causing all the problems, it's the ones coming up from the South. I never forgot that quip. Much later, in the early 1980s, I was dating a Black woman who wanted to meet my parents. I had just returned from DC to spend Thanksgiving with her family, and I was humbled by their acceptance of me. So I surprised my mother one day by introducing Mitzi. I could see that my mother was shocked, since I didn't give her fair warning. I do have a little devilish side. Later, Mama told me that Mitzi just wanted to up her social standing being with me, but I countered that this was impossible because Mitzi came from upper middle class and I came from lower middle class. Then she said our kids would suffer for this racial mix, to which I replied, but who am I? I'm a product of Ukrainian, Lithuanian, Jewish Orthodoxy, and Sicilian Roman Catholicism. Catholicism. I didn't give her time to respond since she had hurt me, and I walked away. Then Mitzi wanted to meet my father, and my quick retort was, no way. But I relented. She wanted to observe my whole family really, how my whole family really was, and how behaviorally I might become as time went on, and how they would react. And she was right. I waited for a Sunday when my mother attended afternoon church. I walked into the kitchen where I half expected my father to be, sitting in the worn rocking chair near the gas space heater, reading the afternoon edition. I already knew the outcome of this encounter, but it had to play out. I calmly explained that I was dating a Black woman and I wanted to bring her over. I saw the blood drain from his face. I waited for what I had already heard countless times before, but now I had become a man and I was no longer intimidated by him. He launched into his diatribe and told me how much of a failure I had turned out to be. He went on like this for a while. I listened intently. After a short time, I asked him if he had finished. Then it was my turn. I told him in a calm, soft-spoken manner not to expect me to come crying on his deathbed. And in dramatic exit, befitting a Shakespearean play, I exited, gently closing the door behind. Within the year, he was dead, found grasping a tree as he went down in the driveway of the family house on York Street. It was within that same year, Mitzi was gone too. End of story.
Catman Bill, thank you for sharing that. We
You're
need to
welcome.
have more conversations around that. Thank you so much for your, your vulnerability, your honesty, and
You.
super, super important, the humanity and
Well, what I gather from that is that generationally, so often parents don't understand what their children are experiencing, but what they also experience in a very similar context in another time period, and that's what I kind of reflect on.
absolutely. I mean, we do have to have compassion, for ignorance, really, for their ignorance, the times, the world that we live in, but we break those chains, and it's important to do that. Generational chains. Thank you, Catman Bill.
Thank you.
Michael Sindler is up next. Yeah, those conversations are so
Big
important.
boss.
Hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm gonna go with a little love story, but it's a sad love story. It's called A U-Shaped Hole. And the epigraph is, every love story is a ghost story. David Foster Wallace. You are still in my heart. Look, it's a U-shaped hole right here. See it? I tried to fill it in. It doesn't work. Whatever and whoever, they just slip right out all away. It's like that stupid fairy tale slipper made to order, too precise a fit for another foot. Why is that? My heart keeps beating, but there's a faint murmur, a flutter, a short stop, a pause for thought, an echo in the chamber. If you didn't know the sound, if you hadn't rested an ear to my chest so many times, if you were anyone else, you wouldn't notice. You couldn't notice. It would seem just as solid as any other, no missing form exposing sore muscle in each ventricle, chambers of sorrow, a temporal disorder. A custom cabinet, you could slip right back in it, ease into the warm welcome. But we know better. Your home is not here. This U-shaped hole, always available, always unfilled. And do another one that I think most people around here have heard before, but I'll do it again. It's called Tides. The moon is a puffed face, craggy surface pocked with gray acne scars. It frowns at the earth, not knowing its own beauty. not knowing lovers see only its shining silver surface, pushed by its gravity into embraces, faces flushed pink, suspended in close orbit around synchronous hearts. The moon looks down, jealous of lovers, longing to kiss the earth, showing its better half, shrouding the other, holding back, it pulls with its want tides of planetary desire. And real quick with a little epigram, it's called replacement and displacement. This fits the holiday. Lupercalia has cool regalia, but Valentine, it said, gave wicked head. Thank you.
Michael Sindler, thank you for sharing your work. Well, it's interesting that you said the moon frowns, you know. Thank you so much. Always great to hear you. And now we've been to Malaysia, and now we're gonna go to India with Unmesh Mohidkar.
Hey, La Bruja. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am good. I'm happy to be here. You already know. We're about to
Okay.
unmesh life right now.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. This is new shit. Price he pays to win. Death owned not to lose. Barren lands, thorny tears. Flaming desert burning the curated green lawns. Patience tested daily, every moment. Right burning in righteous fire, wrong killing the right in broad daylight, dark covering the light in dazzling sunlight. Fight to be perfect, perfect disaster. No bigger lie than perfection, no bigger false than absolute truth. Wrote about experiences, the road to poetry punctured, broken, upheaval, commotion, every turn bringing him back to the beginning. His grammarless sentences sentencing the fried souls of the educated to nirvana. No end in sight. Every moment, just an unending fight, crying in the shadows, laughing in the sun, making hay while the sun shines. Dark hidden corners of the mind, refusing to come out scared, facade of bravery, fighting the real raw war. Chips of facade falling down, crumbling, no repairs, putting a new facade every day, makeup of the wounded, respite to the hounded. Every day, rising from the ashes, every night turning into ashes, intense eyes burning the uninitiated. Is he going to win? Is he going to keep on fighting? Is the wine bottle going to edge? Is he going to age gracefully? Nameless street dogs experiencing the freedom. Named people jailed for life. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Woo! Wow, that was profound. Unmesh Mohidkar. Go ahead, announce your thing. Let them know.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, La Brua. And please do join me at Let's Unmesh Live Open Mic every Saturday, 9 p.m. India time, 10:30 a.m. New York time. Please come there and just enjoy life, Unmesh Life. Thank you, La Brua. You are amazing.
Doing it big. Unmesh, powerful new stuff there. All right. So great to hear you, always. Now, Let's see what's good with Catherine Badan.
Hey, hey. I really
Hi.
like Roz's poem because the Akashic records are very important. And it's glad that you know about it too. It's glad. I'm glad. I'm a little nervous because I'm going to read something I've never read out loud. And it's a really, really, really short story. And I just thought I'd experiment with it since you can do anything here. But first, it's still Black History Month. And I just want to give a shout out to a few people that have actually personally touched my life. And that would be Muhammad Ali, James Baldwin, Maya Angelou, Josephine Baker, Sammy Davis Jr., Otis Redding, Jimi Hendrix, Prince, and Miles Davis. And yeah, I know they're all dead, but the best ones are dead, right? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to change it up a little bit, and this is one of my shorts, and it's called Voices. It was almost 3 o'clock in the morning when I first heard the voices. I shot straight up in bed and sat perfectly still and listened, barely breathing and straining to hear any other sounds while trying to focus and see if I could make out anything unusual in the inky blackness of my bedroom. Nothing. I heard and saw nothing. I inhaled deeply and let out a sigh of relief, but no sooner had I relaxed when I distinctly heard low, ominous, deeply guttural, gurgling, and gagging sounds. Suddenly, the silhouetted figure of a very tall man emerged from the darkest corner of my room behind my red velvet drapes. He began approaching me in slow motion, walking as if he were moving through thick honey. Raising his arms ever so slowly, he deliberately showed me his outstretched hands, which kept opening and clenching in preparation for what appeared to be my impending strangulation. Simultaneously, I heard another voice, that of a woman, screaming, screeching, hissing, and howling, all the while seeming to fly around my head, circling like a flight of hungry vultures. Her cacophony of voices was high-pitched and bizarre and so unnatural sounding that her banshee cries temporarily diverted my attention away from the one thing I desperately needed to pay close attention to, the oncoming apparition bearing down upon me, that is, if I valued my life. And not being so masochistically inclined in this lifetime as I'd been in others, I opted for a quick getaway and ran like hell to the safety and confines of my bathroom, where I'd hung so many mirrors and crucifixes on the walls that most demons who tried to enter there were instantly burned and disintegrated into a pile of dust on the threshold the moment they saw their own reflections. But I'm afraid I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So let's start at the beginning, shall we? And will you permit me to divulge the one thing about my mother and father so hideous that I've never told another living soul? The end.
Thank you, Catherine. But
that was fun.
All right. Well, it is Black History Month. I got to watch the documentary of Ella Fitzgerald on Netflix last night. It was very, very moving. I wouldn't say the best ones are dead though, but you know, we're still waiting to see what's to come. Let's see what's good with Marissa Prada.
La Bruja!
Hi.
Oh my God, I had the most delicious dream last night, and I woke up this morning and I typed this poem. It is brand new shit.
Brand new shit.
Yeah. I need to go back to sleep. This is the first part of what I'm assuming is going to be a 2-part poem. Yeah. This is a delicious poem. Find me, Marissa Prada, on Facebook, Prada Painting and Poetry on Instagram. The word is write, W-R-I-T-E. And of course, my press, Red or Green Books. Red is R-E-A-D. And we are debuting 14 poetry collections at the New York City Poetry Festival in July. So I'm very excited to come up there. This is titled Second Base. Chemistry is a sticky, molten madness. Your mouth tastes like a roller coaster drop. I want to taste my cum on your face. This craving lodged in your beard, like it can take away my pain, erase time before your embrace. Warm, wet, soft man lips on this bearded expedition. I want to bite you. I push my hips into your hardness, hear you gasp a quick breath. I feel you. Your hardness presses back, clawing, screaming, demanding to be let out of its pant cage. Panting, raging hard on, need to be free. You grab my ass, both hands a handful, pull me against you, mouth on a mission, tongue on a rampage, taste our chemistry. Bonding over rubbing and bodies that long to remember fucking. Curious to feel, curious to see, curious to taste everything that makes up you. Your beard moves down my neck like a pro. Stealthy, steely heat from mouth paralyzes my movement, so I just stand there, waiting. You pull my shirt further down my chest like a hound going to ground for my nipples. First button snaps off. Lucky break. Tease you, entice you further down. You bite the soft flesh of my breast. Mouth falls open like my legs, eyes close. Gasp for breath that I cannot catch as my hips push back into your pants. Ravenous, your hands move from behind, slips up my shirt skin, warm and soft. First grab fiercely the top of my bra, black lace, simple. You conquer the summit of each nipple, and I begin to come in my panties already. Man hands demand discovery. In one move, they push up the bra, and my beautiful breasts spring out. Shirt flies off in a spray of buttons that clack and clink on the floor. Bra settles around my neck, and you pull it into its new place. Face to face, your eyes scar me with starvation. My breasts scream, put us in your mouth, Poppy. You step back, admire Mother Nature. The frozen nature of my anticipation is evident in the wet stain between my legs. Can you smell it? I reach down in my pants, slide across my slippery clit, pull my hand out and lick the tips of my fingers. I whisper, fuck me, please. A barbaric look of acceptance falls from your stare, is met with my I dare you to eyes. Right here. Right now, what the fuck are you waiting for? Thank you.
All right, Marissa Prada. Sheesh.
It's only second base, Brew. Wait till we get to the home run poem.
Wow. I'll have what she's having.
Yes.
What kind of pillow you sleeping with?
Oh my God. It was a beatboxing poem. I'm just going to tell you right now, it was some fucking sexy ass dreams. I'm really glad to know I'm not dead yet. Like I thought for a moment I was, but I'm really glad to know I'm not.
Oh no, you're definitely you juice.
And you all aren't dead either if you felt something there.
I know, no, my God, I know. I might have to change my seat.
Pero todo con amor. Gracias por todo. I'll see you in July.
Gracias, Marissa Prada. Okay, now let's visit. It's time for our test talk, or unless it's music tonight, because Mr. Profesor has been getting musical with us lately. Vamos a ver lo que hay esta noche. Profesor.
Música.
Que viva la
Can you
música.
hear me?
Sí.
It sounds like Marissa Prada shot her Kundalini.
Ha ha.
Well, I'll be damned. Here comes your ghost again. And that's not unusual. It's just that the moon is full and you happen to call. And here I sit, hand on the telephone, hearing a voice I've known a couple of light years ago, straight for a fall. As I remember, your eyes were bluer than robin's egg. My poetry was lousy, you said. Where are you calling from? A booth in the Midwest. 10 years ago, I bought you some cufflinks. You bought me something. We both know that memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Well, you burst on the scene, already a legend. The unwanted phenomenon, the original vagabond, and you stayed in my heart. And there you stayed, temper lost at sea. The Madonna was yours for free. Yes, the girl in the half shell would keep you unharmed. And now I see you standing with brown leaves falling around and the snow in your hair. Now you're smiling out of that crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breath comes out wide, mingles and hangs in the air. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died then and there. Telling me you're not nostalgic, then give me another word for it. You who are so good with words and keeping it vague. Because I need some of the vagueness now. It's all come back too clearly. Yes, I loved you dearly. And if you're offering me diamonds and rust, I've already paid.
Professor Mr. Teso Somok, you are so good with words. Thank you.
Thank
Teso
you.
Somok. Getting with that guitar and the lyric poetically. Another guitarist that is part of our Thursday night family, Joski C, is up next.
Hola, Bruja.
Hola, Joski. How are ya?
I'm doing good, thank you so much. So I wrote this song after the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearings to the Supreme Court. And trigger warning, it is about violence against women, and it's also about the Senate, and that may require a trigger warning as well. I have a tuning issue, I'm so sorry. Look through the tears of a woman, scream through a hand held over your mouth, push at the weight that's pinned you with hate, and who's gonna believe you? Old as the founding fathers, old as the dirt that waits in their graves, senators don't believe daughters, so who's gonna believe you? Hearts of rigor mortis, how can you beat? You don't believe your daughters, how can you sleep? You crown her attacker with jewels of a thief. She still hears their laughter, how can she breathe? How can she breathe? How? Old as the founding fathers, old as the dirt that waits in their graves, senators don't believe daughters, so who's gonna believe you? Hearts of rigor mortis, how can you beat? You don't believe your daughters, how can you sleep? You crown her attacker with jewels of a thief. She still hears their laughter, how can she breathe? How can she breathe?
Ooh, Joski C with that consciousness. That is so powerful. Thank you, Joski.
Thank you, Bruja.
Woo! Man, say it again. I got to sing that again. Just the rude, harsh reality. But let's see what Ed the Fireman Foreman does for this Thursday night.
Well, just another blazing erotic delight.
Okay.
Okay, nice to see you. Hola, Senorita Butterscotch. I hope you're ready for your mind to pop. I hope you're ready for your eyes and hearts and minds to drop. I'm going to I know what's hot. All right, little disclaimer alert. This piece is gonna be a little bit spicy. Don't want your little ones' ears and minds to be too icy. So please listen maturely, respectfully, and responsibly. Thank you. All right. Anywho, so you know what I'm going to do. This is called Big Bang Theory. Let me move you to my fantasy. Your physique always excites me greatly. As you move, dance, and sway as the blue sea, your perfection, something out of this born reality. Your skin dipped in flawedness while I slowly kiss your skin. Your body is my naked, colorful canvas. I can feel your sexual urges instantly transcend. I just kiss, kiss, and kiss and never miss. I colored this poem so you can see my erotic vision with illustrations. Our love was makes your neck, breasts, and kisses feel blazing passion. As we move in a crazy, steamy, and wild situation, slowly we burn hotter than any stove, grill, or sun. I just love teasing your wet, scrumptious body, tease you inch by inch by inch. It's my cute sexual hobby, which watch how you react when I squeeze, lick, and pinch. I control my tongue to help detect your spots. You shake when I'm boiling warm. I won't stop till you explode and pop. I want to give you a shocking thunderstorm. My T-Rex is hungry for your feminine garden. It wants to eat, eat, eat away. I want to hear your lustful screams like a pipe organ. Please don't think, just relax and melt away. The T-Rex wants to explore your whimsical hold. It wants to deepen the sensational mood. It won't stop till it reaches an orgasmic goal. Don't worry, it's hunger for pink donuts, not simple food. It will dig deeper and deeper without end. I want to hear the satisfaction from both your lips. I want to do it over and over and over again. I won't stop till you loosen your soft grip. That's right, baby. Get lost in the sensational release. Let the jokes go through your lying canvas. Let your peaceful mind fly higher than geese. Let us bask in the pink fluorescent mist. It's a sunny morning. The sun kisses our frames. We both smile in happiness and delight. Yes, we played the midnight game. Now it's time to sleep in the twilight. Thank you.
Sleeping in the twilight, Ed, the fireman foreman. Thank you for your poem tonight.
Thank you for making my Thursday nights such a delight with extra fights.
Off the dome. Now let's go and see who's home. Is Jeff Cottrell.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm okay. All right. So now it's time for me to deliver some Valentine-themed erotica. Some of you have heard this before. It's an oldie called Dreamboat. Oh, Jeff. Oh. Every time you speak in that high, whiny little voice, it turns me on. Every time you forget to say thank you for my small, thoughtful gestures, it makes me feel hot. Every time you chew your food with your mouth open, it drives me crazy with raging, throbbing lust. Oh, Jeff. Every time you say rude, insensitive, inappropriate comments and then wonder why I'm not laughing, it gets me wet. Oh, Jeff, there's so much that I treasure about you. I love knowing that you're 48 years old and still have never made more than $48,000 a year. I love the way you refuse to suck in your gut in public. I revere your junk food addiction. I love that you can't take in more than 2 drinks without turning into a grumpy, sullen bore. I adore the gross, putrid way the skin on your hands cracks in winter. I worship your perpetual acne problem. I venerate your domestic laziness. I cherish the childlike tantrums you throw when your computer freezes at work or when you miss the bus by seconds. I relish that creepy way you avoid eye contact during casual conversations, and that creepier way you force eye contact during serious ones. I dote on the way you complain constantly about everything wrong with your life, while blaming everybody except yourself. I love knowing that you will never be a hero. I embrace the way you recite long, poorly edited prose monologues at public readings and have the gall to expect us to call it poetry. Please try to sell me your merch, Jeff. Keep shoving your CDs and chapbooks in front of me. Beg me to come to your shows. Assault me with relentless, spastic neediness. No matter what I say, keep hard selling me like Shelley Levine on Speed. You have no idea how that hits my G-spot. I can't wait any longer, Jeff. Climb under these sheets with me and seduce me with meaningless pop culture quotations. I want to hear some Simpsons dialogue, Jeff. The more obnoxious, the better. I want you to recite some of Monty Python's worst sketches loudly in a gruesomely bad Cockney accent. I want to see that quizzical look you give whenever someone brings up any musical act post-1996. I want to watch you turn up your nose pompously and feign ignorance every time someone mentions sports. I want you to hold my body in those thin, veiny, underworked arms and rattle off pointless trivia that bears no relevance to anything in my life. Trivia about old French movies, Warner Brothers cartoons, Charles Dickens serials, Vonnegut novels, Beatles lyrics, Who albums, long-forgotten cola commercials from your childhood, Academy Award statistics, and, of course, the JFK assassination. What more could a worldly and discriminating woman want in a life partner? Why would I possibly want a man with a six-pack? Why would I settle for soul deconstructing sex with somebody who works out? What would I want with a lawyer or an athlete or anyone who can play the guitar? What would I do with a man who listens to me, comforts me, believes in me, and makes me feel good? What use do I have for confidence, self-sacrifice, empathy, and a deep understanding of the female point of view? Why would I want a man with a level of emotional maturity higher than a 6-year-old's, or with social skills ranking above those of a mentally challenged monkey? Why, Jeff? Why would I wish for any of these things when I have you? And that was called Dreamboat, and you can catch me on February 26th at Gestalt Poetry based in Nashville. Look for that on Facebook.
Jeff! Wow, that was nice. I enjoyed that. And your voice, it really, got a good voice there, Jeff.
Did it soothe you?
It did. It really did.
It make you feel things.
I felt something.
Okay.
Everybody's talking about talking about your pinky blanket still. You're gonna have to bring that thing into the New Eurekan. We're all gonna have to touch it like the Apollo log or something.
You're gonna have to remind me. I am hoping to get to New York at some point this year if the travel restrictions ease, but you're gonna have to remind me about that. Okay. I'm putting some links in the chat. I got interviewed by my own fictional character, so please check that out.
Wow, Jeff Cottrell, your mind is a labyrinth. Thank you so much. I don't see Kyla Garcia in the room. If you're here, Kyla, let me know. So we're going to go all the way now to Japan, to Malaysia, India, and now Japan with Poetaku.
Hi. Congrats for your next director.
Thank you.
Wow, someday I wanna get to the cafe and to say hello, New York farmer. Of course, perform beatbox.
Well, I can't wait for that day.
Now, Bruja, I have a question. Do you like funk music, especially Sex Machine, James Brown? Do you like?
I hope it's not a trick question, but yes.
Actually, tonight I want to perform funk-like reading. Title is kick your ass like a soccer machine. So I make a background music also. So I hope you love it. Now let's get started. Wait. Sorry. Try again. I'm gonna kick their asses like a soccer machine. Kicking and shooting them right It's time to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Listen. The present speech. Huh? Kick us. I'm putting the truth out the way tomorrow. My ass. Kick us. Is tomorrow always mean no one knows? Huh? Kick us. So fucking bad that you can't say I can. Huh? Ow! Listen, she begins gasping again. Mrs. is getting divorced again. You bitch! Don't sweat selves just cause you can be a TV star. Huh? Kick us! Just improve yourself and your skills. Ow! Listen again. The Devil Kings is whispering. Huh? Kick us! Be them, kill yourself and push your baby. Shut the fuck up! I hate the role play, but love itself. Cause it's my best moves. Gonna kick the shit out of you, king. Ow! Hey, here, greed, regret, sycophant. Arrogant, anger, surrender, disappear, all your avatars, king. Come on! Huh? Gonna kick your asses too. Ow! Come on, kick your ass now! Thank you so much.
Poeta Cool always delivering the wild vibe. I love it. Woo-hoo! Good stuff. Sex machine. Poeta Cool in Japan never disappoints. Thank you for your brilliance always.
Thank you, Owen. It's more my account. Please check it out.
Oh, wait, let me share. Check that account. Follow Poeta Cool 50. PayPal him. Do something. Too cool.
Sucker machine.
Yes. Thank you, Poeta Cool. Always great. You see, we've gone international with this open mic. You know, who would have thought that we would reach across the world on Thursday nights? It's just an amazing, amazing thing. I'm just so happy, and I can't wait for you guys to come to the mothership and visit us here. I promise to make it a lovely experience for you. Can't wait to experience you guys live. But right now, let's see what's good with Ray in the good luck round here.
Hi, La Bruja. Thank you.
Hi.
Oh my God, I can't believe I made it to the good luck round.
You did. Raymond Camacho.
Macho, yes. I just want to go through it. No introduction. I'll just begin. I wanted to write a poem about the Bronx. So I took a trip back to Fordham Road. I used to live right under the train station, and to my surprise, my old building still stands. And seeing home again is like seeing a picture of your ex, except I was on a city bike and wondering why no one cleaned up the graffiti, why people were chilling by the front door. Deja vu. On Fordham Road, I was dodging dog shit and broken dreams as I rode past Panda Express, a fucking Panda Express, and I wasn't even in the shopping district of Fordham Road. I wanted to write a poem about the Bronx, but I can't even afford to live here anymore. Shit, I can't even afford to live in the hood. Like it'll cost me $2.75 just to ride that Ford train again. I could take a city bike. I could be that light-skinned Puerto Rican that has that secure job. If I just keep my mouth shut, I just stop writing poems. I could ride a city bike through my old hood and look at my people in disgust, like I am somehow better than everyone else because I can turn the pain of gentrification into art. I can weave a story that paints a pretty bow around the Bronx, around the graves, the flowers that grow, for the bodies that are left in the streets. When I die, I want to be remembered by writing a poem about the Bronx. Thank you.
Woo! All right. Raymond Camacho, yo, I guess the Bronx, was the secret theme of the night. You know,
Yes, yes, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, La Bruja, for having me.
of
Bless you.
course.
Everyone here. BX, baby.
Will you
Boricua.
will you be here on Saturday?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my God. Come down to the hybrid, everyone, please. I want to meet you all. Oh my God. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to. Yes. Yes, Saturday is the hybrid. You got to come through. Tomorrow night is the American Sign Language Slam. Fascinating. If you haven't experienced it yet, that's happening tomorrow night.
Oh my
And
God. I'm sorry. I thought today was Friday. There's a slam going on? Sign language slam?
yes, that's tomorrow night. And yes, great poem, by the way. You're getting love in the chat. Check it out for you, Raymond Camacho.
Sorry, let me get off here. I could talk for days. Oh my God. I'm coming tomorrow. I'm coming
I will
tomorrow.
see you
Saturday.
soon.
Yes, yes.
Cool. Yeah, the first Wednesday and the third Saturday of every month, we do a live open mic here with a band. I was here, now. So what we're doing is beatniks. I do my beatniks night because that's the first Wednesday of every month as well. We do the beatniks online, and then right below, people are lining up to come inside here to get onto the open mic with the live band. There's a bass player, drums, the keyboard. It is just lit. It's such a great experience. If you haven't performed in front of a band, it's a good place to start, expanding your horizons and trying it out, working out a poem and or your hip hop, your flow. I already let Ray Jane know. Because I want to hear Ray Jane's flow. Right now, we're going to close out. We're not going to go too much longer. I have a lot of work to do still here in the mothership. I'm not going to be sleeping for a minute. We're going to close out with Deadpan Lizzie, Elizabeth Strauss.
Hey, happy to close out. Happy to see everyone. Loved everything I heard tonight. I'm going to read two short poems about the cafe that I've performed in the cafe, but I don't think I've ever performed them on our Monday or Thursday night. So the first poem is called Reflections in Prayer at the New Regan Poet Cafe. Kneeling in the balcony of our Sistine Chapel, scripture preached throughout the entire sanctuary, gods leaving their marks on the bathroom walls as sinks break, christening our place, the congregation rising to praise Miguel, his legacy and now ours, painting murals above with our art, a brush never blocked, Miguel's spirit baptizing us while we recite poetry and songs on the stage below, projecting to the balcony and screens around the globe, a religious connection that touches souls for miles on end, the feeling of never wanting to leave, the church of poetivity. And thank you. And the last piece I will read is called Gracias. An honor to spit in our holy sanctuary, not swallowing our words, projecting them upon these walls, into every soul who has stepped foot in here, and those who have been present over the Zoom screen. Rich words that hit home, sometimes closer than we want, empowering us to work on ourselves, each other. The spirits of our artistic ancestors are felt as souls linger into every crevice of our temple. The bricks behind me changing colors as new words melt into them, leaving my sparks of creations with the founders. Thank you to the founders in Miguel Aguirre for our holy sanctuary. It took me a long time to finally feel myself, and your spirits have helped me discover this. Gracias. Thank you.
Woo! Deadpan Lizzie, thank you for that. How wonderful. And this is perfect because as I've been cleaning out this place, finding books of Miguel, in the location here and things that I find. And what I realized is that the person that did this lettering here on his book in 1978, when there was a New Eurekan press, which I think I'm going to start revive the New Eurekan press. But
Awesome.
his book was $2.75 in 1978. And yes, so the person this, I don't know if you recognize the way that this lettering looks, but behind the bar it says New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and I'm like, oh, this looks like the same person. It's the same kind of art. And his name was Anthony Saralegui. So finding things, finding books, finding in this magical place. I'm so excited about it. I look forward to seeing you, Deadpan Lizzie, seeing everybody that can come through in New York City to be here for Saturday for the hybrid. Your participation and, and your coming through really will help just elevate the whole energy in this place. I'm looking forward to seeing you. But yeah, finding books like this. Miguel,
I have that book.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do have. I have that book. Yeah, it's a really amazing book. I'm very honored to have a copy of that.
Sweet. Thank you, Deadpan Lizzie. Well, I'm going to close out reading a little something from it. How about that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Let's do it. So, and then there's like drawings and art by Sandra Maria Esteves in this book. And Sandra Maria Esteves is the surviving matriarch founder of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. A lot of people forget that she was part of that movement too, and she's still alive. And so I'm going to read Not Tonight, but Tomorrow. Not tonight, but tomorrow, when the light turns peach, tree green, and the earth sprouts its young leaves, looking to repeat the magical mystery tour of photosynthetic conversion of light and moisture into life. Not tonight, but tomorrow, when my body will have shed its fear of turning old and soft, will I turn my speeding mind into the tunnels of your psyche to melt the calcium that constipates your synapses into a lubricating powder. Not tonight, but tomorrow, when the universe moves on beyond the field of action that is Earth to me, and I discover interplanetary clues that signal the roots of my moment to you. Not tonight, but tomorrow, will I throw my feelings into New York streets to stew in the violence and despair of our planet. Not tonight, but tomorrow, will the earth turn green again. Mongo Affair, Miguel Algarin. And, there's a painting right here behind me of Pedro Pietri, El Reverendo, who also graces the building. And we are going to celebrate his passing, the anniversary of his passing, for the next Beatniks night, the first Wednesday of March. I think it's March 2nd. That's my son's birthday. He's on the roster to perform. He's going to be here. We're going to celebrate his birthday as well. And we have Jesus Papoleto Melendez, who was Pedro Pietri's best friend and was there with him when he passed. We're going to have him. And we are going to have Pedro Pietri's son himself, Spiro Pietri, reciting his father's poetry as well. Join us. And I believe we have my friend Messiah, who has jazz and poetry to close out. So join us for Beatniks night. Join us for everything. Look at the calendar. Come and just feel the vibes. Let's do it together. Thank you everybody that read tonight. Thank you everybody watching in Facebook, YouTube, across the world. Thank you. Thank you, Chris, for holding it down always on the tech support and all that good stuff. New Eurekan Poets Cafe family. Thank you everybody with much, much love. Till the next time.